Igbo Murunze Mozo Ekenemuno. I greet you all lovers of freedom. Um, I quickly want to respond to one of our brothers from the Igbo region, Igbo part, Igbo speaking Biafra. His name is Joe Vicar. So he addressed our PM using Igbo dialect, which I speak and hear very well. I remain Akpan Sukwo, so I might be speaking more of Igbo so that I can address him very well. Like he said, he meant no insult. Myself, I will give no insult. According to him, he is an elder. It's just unfortunate that as the elder he said he is, I can't relate, I can't trace his name to the Igbo origin, but he is speaking the dialect, so which of course anybody can learn language. Today, Simon Ekpa is speaking Finnish language. And our supreme leader, Mazen Namdekanu, is speaking Caucasian, because he is an orator. When he flows in English, he flows more. Just like our Papa Nuku, Chief Dim, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu of blessed memory, he was very much fluent in using the Caucasian, deep-rooted language. All right, he raised a lot of dust. He talked about Mazi Simon Ekpa telling Biafrans that he is going to declare the state of Biafra come December 2nd, 2024, as we are in. He talked about Simon Ekpa being a prime minister and as a way of, taking over the throne or position of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And he likened it to a woman, or a woman who is in a relationship with a man, and something happened to the man. Then his friend took over his wife, as do what a man does with a woman, then saying that once his man comes out from detention where he is, he will hand over the wife back to him. That is how he likened the whole Biafran struggle. He also raised an issue of Biafra not being an Igbo thing, which is valid. But he took it to the extent of saying that the name Biafra suggests coastal region, which is a very big blunder. He raised yet another issue where he said that the Igbos should leave the Biafran thing, since they are all sorts of how now, so they should leave it and pursue Igbo nation, which is contradiction of his original Akurono agenda. He raised another issue where he said that some people are even more Igbo and more Biafran than the Igbos, where he mentioned Asari Dokubo. I will still put his voice for you to hear. When somebody, asserts himself to a certain position of envy and is trying to pull another one down so craftily, without insult, but euphemistically, onye jiri aghụghọ na-achọ ịkwata onye ọzọ ebe ọ na-achọ ịdogo onwe ya. At the end of the day, ọ bụ ike onwe ya. He raised another issue where he said that Simon Ekpa collected money from Biafrans because he said he would declare Biafra. And now Simon Ekpa is changing his tone. Now the question is, which I will pose on analysis. I will not bring everything in details. He collected the money. He even promised some people their names will appear in the Biafran currency. Good. That means he has been interested in the movement. But he came down to now debunk his interest as he claims. Because we remember how he himself and a lot of other people disagreed with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He is fighting for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today. And because Simon Ekpa has outsmarted Nnamdi Kanu, we will address that. He raised another issue. That those people whose monies have been collected, so what will be their story now? Now he talked about the population of Biafrans, the people who are for the Biafra, those who are for one Nigeria, and then those who are for constitutional amendments like he called them Nadi. Please, if you get this video, make sure you share it until it reaches to Joe Vicar. Joe is an English name, Vicar is an English name, but let's not go there. He's talking about Akurono. It's okay. And his name doesn't agree with Akurono and ancestry traces and all of that. It's okay. And he's talking about Igbohood, you know. Akurono means you want to remain where you are in the state arrangement, but you want to make your own honor to be enviable in that region. We will address everything. So now he also said that there are so many factions, and he came with 100% assurance with a heavy chest that any of the places that Simon Ekpa laid emphasis on and how they went about ousting the people that came to either stop what they were doing. He related to the issue of the Taliban's and Afghan government. He related the issue of Vietnamese, though he didn't touch very well. So I might spare him there because I'm a Kawate on that side. And he raised a whole lot of other issues that I will be bringing forward as we discuss. Now let us take it bit by bit as we take a little break.
Ndị be anyị ekele m unu. Onye njiwe bata n'ọgbata bụ Simon Ekpa. Unu mana kamgbe anyị nọ na-eke ihe ọ na-ekwu, ihe a gwara anyị bụ na Biafra ga-ebido na December 2nd, 2024. mana mgbe enwetala a twist dịka ndị bekee na-asụ to that declaration of Biafra 2024. The same declaration of Biafra people ji wee tụọ ego mee vote of referendum. Enweziri ihe Simon gwara anyị ugbu a, m chọrọ ka ị gee ya gị enukwa n'olu m. Ama m na many people ga-abịa kpọwa iyi n'ahịa iyi ga anaghị eme uvu m, but ama agwa gị ịma mgbe nọọsụ na-agba nwatakịrị ọgwụ, ịga nwatakịrị a ga-agba m nọọsụ ụkwụ na-akụ ya ihe mana mgbe ahụ ga-adị ya mma emechaa ọ ga-ekele nọọsụ, kpọwanụ m iyi kpọọnụ m aha, emechaa unu ga-ekele m si na m kwukwara ihe ekwu. O doro m anya na unu egechago ihe Simon kwuru. Nke mbụ ọ sị na ọ bụ the declaration of Biafra, but achọrọ m area of Simon ihe ha ọwụ Biafra ka Simon na fight for, rather he is fighting for ndị Igbo, and ndị Igbo ọwụhụ na anyị nwa Biafra unu chọrọ ikwu unu ekweghị. Atari Dokpobo is more Biafran than ndị Igbo. because Biafra bụ ndị bi na mgbere mmiri ka o doo onye ọbụla anya. So ha bi na coastal area karịa anyị nwawu ndị Igbo. That name was also suggested by Frank Opigo, who is also from Ijopesin. Ojukwu accepted it. Keji will carry her along. I never marginalize any section. So they to prove to them the hand will say. Number 3, Ojukwu onye lụrụ agha Biafra kemgbe. O lụchara ya sị na achọ ka alụ agha ọzọ. O ụzọ agha akọ na uche n'ime mmụọ ka eji alụ ya. Ihe o ji okwu ya wụ ya wagara agha ọhụrụ ya n'ihi na oji ọsọ ọgbakwuru ọgụ amaghịkwa na ọgụ bụ ọnwụ. Number 4, ọ bụrụ na ndị Igbo bụ ndị na-anwụ, iwecha na ndị na-anwụ na-ekwu Biafra ndị Igbo na-anwụ, ndị Igbo buru ya n'isi, ndị Igbo bukọrọ ụzọ chọwa onwe ha, hapụkara ndị ọzọ, kpọwa ya Igbo nation. Gịnị ka m ji ekwu ihe a? Ọ bụrụ na ị kuru nwa n'aka, nwa gị na-aṅụ ara, ma nwoke bụ ya ma nwaanyị bụ ya, ọkụ adasa gị n'aka, adasa nwa gị the same time. No matter how you love that child, ị ga-ebu ụzọ kụchapụ nke gị before gị kụchapụ nke nwa gị. Otu aka nature si wee mee ya. Aka eji anyị niile ji ndị Biafra niile, mana ọnwụ ndị Biafra niile na-anwụ otu ndị Igbo si anwụrụ Biafra. Ọnwụ ndị Biafra niile na fight otu ndị Igbo si fight. Kedu ihe anyị ga-eji anwụrụ maka ihe ọha nwe? Why not can I fight? Why narrow this fight to the first Igbo state for now? Ahụ dị anyị mma, emewe ọfụma. Ndị ụmụnne anyị nọ Biafra ga-ebekọ ọsị bịa. I chọzi anyị kpọbata ha. Ọnwụ ihe anyị na-ayọ ha ayọ to force them to stay where they don't want to stay. Ndị kwesịrị ha awụ Igbo na anyị nwere similar talk. Ndị Igbo ma dọnị asa ha hụ Igbo ma ha na-asụ Igbo aha ha Igbo. Ndị beta asị ha hụ Igbo. Ị ga-afọsụ ha fọs na-akpọ ha Biafra ka gị na-asụrụ. Ndị Jona sịrị ha nwe ha jikọrọ ha na Biafra. Ndị akwa Igbo the same thing. Many of the majority of them. So since ndị a nọrọ onwe ha, let us fight for ndị Igbo ndị kwenyere na this particular unity of Biafra. Let them change their name, Zawa Igbo nation. I'm going to have to say Biafra. I have to Biafra. My own I got, but let it be consistent. Have a unilateral decision, or the unanimous decision by everybody. That's another thing to Simon Mara. Now, here I got by now. Here I Biafra got out of December 2nd. And when they're not, I go actually post na Twitter handle or X handle. No, you're going to get Biafra. Then I get you double of the amount of money you request. And people gave money. I'm a many people who conduct a referendum online. After all these expenses, I'm going to move na hana choka hangu to the Biafra. After the request from Doha, Nego ha, Mande Kore I get in ha na Egon de Biafra, or Honogabina second. On a was that will mark the beginning of the battle. So all this battle is not the beginning. I know about Rana. All this Umaka na home police babu share give me post confirm on all send her then I go how. So now how battle here how battle all for a second again with this long term battle that may last 40 years. Okay, so that 40 years can they go lawyer. How did you someone and go check how united are we in Nigeria? Are we OG Vietnam na Taliban mad? Taliban not the united. How to America take over? They now fight in America. The Hakana number 1, the United 2. Speak with 1 verse 3. Now, only one fight this particular Biafra. You guys, uneru 20% of Igbo number. They try to get the truth. The remaining 60% of foreign Igbo could say Bam Nana Igbo ruler. That makes you a Igbo. The foreign of Nonyene was Rike. The foreign of DOS. The foreign of Nigeria. Ocha Kiboshi scatter a low percentage in Nigeria, one Nigeria, a low percentage in Norondo I be Dali with the share. Another percentage was another percentage in the South one and then I fight for constitution to come down. Different fashion, the same Alibo. Then this group now, because of Unu feeling Unu Jewe. Gaga declare what Biafra against this number of people. Move further, Oga had it possible. So all and any boy they make you feeling that you can always win with your ammunition. I told me ya dogologo, but I want you to get upon the gate. When na chikowa, I say declare la Biafra. Why not Chereka consolidate, build our unity, build our labor? I'm with the Chiha Nacho. With the economy of Africa, transfer back to labor. What I Nacho infrastructural development. I build the Chaya. We can now have financial power, unity to declare anything I actually declare. And then declare you must not be the one to declare. Then how something that you someone make a lot of from that second, you got a lot of one and a label. Just lead the war. Ojuku nonihu a label. Buraga dawa. Or no na Finland and I buy. You make a lot of them. Because you know declare this thing. When you do is in a fight for or potala. You might put by then. Oh no, potala. Or you get declare go again declare someone. Are you really fighting for him? You know me, Bastragina Sam and the cannibal. Yeah, they can want to come work at you one. Then I'm winning the Nigeria gate. Here when so we may arrest. You put on winning and they didn't win. A jog is up with a hand back to win you over. Or for a moment. Equal and they will give Prime Minister Bob and the Patragia and fly over. I life in Igbo language. Onye chọrọ ịma ihe mara ihe. Enwere mgbe mmadụ gị kpọrọ Simon akpọrọ gị na phone. That's why I chọrọ m ịkpọkwa gị ọzọ. Because enwere ụfọdụ ga-edere m na why not call him privately? Akpọgo gị na phone gị bawara m mba si na akpa m call for your arrest. Akpọ m for your arrest. Rather, I told you unu ekwele ka anyị si na ga enwe election. Hapụta ka eme election. Peter Obi ga-ewin but ha ga-ekwe ya. Ekwuru m ekwe na that brokers. I know because ha mabụta aka ndị ọjọọ dị anyị. But let it be no win ha deny ya. Ka anyị na-achụ aja ibe na ama ndị mmụọ. Enwe mgbe m call for your arrest. Aga m adị ndụ so na onye Igbo ibe m ga-eme arrest. Ole si the cause right problem like dịka a na-anụ na kepụkepụ na ọgụ nwa na-eme ji na-egbu ndị Igbo ụfọdụ na-egbu na-egene ndị a na-ekidnap and ma na-ekepụkepụ. I have my point ka hapụ so mgbe ọnwụ onye Igbo ọbụla na-eweta ọnwụ ndị Igbo ihe na-eme ya mee ya no apology to them. So when one call for arrest, I would call off that particular seat at Promise Nagas no election, which election held. It will be won. But unfortunately, no election. The family have lost them. This is what I'm crying for. Time will come as Jovika Kukwalevu. Udo dere no Igbo. Biko tule no kwa nkwuru ekwuru mo kwocho abahom iye. Someone is obere nwa ebe m. Ejimi ha fara akindi afiri toya. So when you need this na mbore yi mo gwara mba mo kenye agma kwesịrị ịgwa ya okwu but I respect me position on n'ihe ọsọ ya na-echere ịlọ gwa ya okwu with as a matured man. Ya were kwene ntị nke ihe m hapụ ikpu iyi hapụ this sort onwe ishi ka Chukwu mere anyị ebere Igbo anyị ga-edina onye si ala Igbo a ga-adị ọbara abara ala Igbo ishi ya ndị na-atọrọ ndị Igbo ibe ha na-akwafe ọbara n'ihi na-azọ ihe ọzọ onye ọbụla na-akwafe ọbara onye Igbo n'ihi na-azọ nwere onwe mmiri nwere ha ga-eru ka aka o wee bere m ọnwụ na ha mee ha sọwụ ndị zoo mere ndị zoo Nigeria zoo mere ama m ọ Nigeria zoo mere nke ha na-emedere ha mana ihe mmawo ọbara onye gburu onye bụla ọbụla ịkwafuru mana onye gburu ya ana onye gburu ya ha chụwa ha ka abụla Igbo ishi ya ise amịm ise otu ọha na n'ọnụ ga-emesịa.
Okay, thank you for joining us once again. We are going to address this. We're going to analyze it. Yes, Mr. Jovika, Simon told us ab initio that he was going to declare the independent state of Biafra come December 2024 on the second day of that month. And today, Simon Ekpa has come to say he is going to declare Biafra 2nd December 2024. Now, he added something that don't expect any kind of magic. We are going to declare Biafra and we defend it as it will be targeted at two things, two cardinal goals. One, to discredit the state we are living or invalidate them, delegitimize them, and two, to legitimize this state of Biafra. So in what way does this contradict what he said before? Mr. Jovika, does Did Simon use any much verbose words? Onwe oyibo soro na-agbara gbagojuru anya na a ga-enweta Biafra, ọ ga-esi na ọ ga-ekpebi declare Biafra. Kemgbe ọ gwara gị na anyị enwe Biafra, ọkwa ọ gwara gị na emechaa referendum that the obodo esi na-apụ apụ bụ obodo atụrụ, obodo ụmụ anụmanụ, na ọ ma na obodo ahụ agaghị ekwe. Kemgbe ọ na-ekwu ihe a. If you have any contrary opinion to what I'm saying, do another video. Show the world, show the people that are following you. Of course, I am just trying to, respond to this. Simon will never respond to this. I am just trying to respond because I know I saw up to 2,000 people. Yes, we are over 85 million people. And 2,000 people just watched your clip. So we don't want to lose anybody at all. That's why we respond to some things as insignificant as they might be. We need to save people. When somebody sounds elderly, there are a lot of people who automatically get their heart melted. Their heart melted hearing someone who assumes an elder, who assumes himself as an elder. So such people could, maybe they are some of the people, but though going from the comments, a lot of oppositions too. So it means you are countered from beginning. However, for the few people who would want to be convinced by what you just said, I need to put them through. That's why we are here. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu you are defending today was free, enjoying his freedom, it was the same you and a few others who disagreed with him. Today he is the leader of the highest mass movement on the planet Earth today. So Simon deceived or is still deceiving or lied to Biafrans according to you. But in reality, Simon still said everything he said before, but only said it in a way that will prepare the mind of everyone ahead. Did Simon tell any of the people that contributed money for the referendum according to you? As you said, you know a lot of people. I wish to challenge you to bring 5 people you know that contributed, and they should give you receipts with which they use in contributing, and those who told you that their names will appear in the currency. Because you say you know a lot of. That's your words. But let me not dwell on there, because a lot of elders come to do what is very dishonorable. In the Igbo tradition, people who we call elders, they have their tongues coated. That is why we give a lot of them the Ozo title. Their tongue is coated and mark is sealed, the seal of truth, the spirit of truth, such that they can't use this tongue to lie. So that's status of elders or elderhood is attributed to them. Let me not allow that to distract my focus. So you said those people now, maybe they have been duped or they have been deceived, as Simon is coming today now to tell them to prepare. When someone is talking about freedom, this is not already existing government. We are still in a government trying to go out, and the government has weaponized poverty. And you addressing your people you want to lead out of that place, you are not going to sound too hard on them. They will be knowing about the reality of where you are taking them. Where there is calcium is basic nutrient that help for the strong bone of every mammal, every animal. So calcium is hidden inside a very stubborn part of human or animal body, which is the bone. Calcium does not come on the peripheral, on the outward part of the flesh of the animal. It is not even just inside the skin or inside the flesh. It is after the tendon, you meet the flesh, you see even veins, arteries, blood capillaries, and you then go into the hard bone. Therein is hidden the very nutritive value that helps to strengthen the bone of an animal, man inclusive. So you don't just come to tell them, nah, this is Yahweh talk of war, man, I will go there. You have to be very appealing. You have to be very diplomatic. So Simon has not in any way, just like Mazen Nabdekano, just like Rafu Wazurike, just like Chief Dim Chukwemeka Odumedu, nobody will want to lead his people out of a calamitous environment and take them to the land that flows with milk and honey. After all, you are sounding like a Christian. That is to say, you should know the realities of taking people away from Egypt to the land that flows with milk and honey. It comes with so much sacrifice. Simon was making reference to a case. He mentioned the Vietnam War, which lasted long. He mentioned the Afghanistan terrorist group that eventually, overpowered those who kept them from not doing what they were doing that was wrong, the American military, and how they eventually, succeeded because a leader from that same country who is more or less confused or maybe accomplished, I don't know, so did or take some certain policy action that brought about boomerang, and they succeeded. So now, in whatever happened, there is a success. That is why Simon was trying to lay emphasis. I think you need to do another program so that you also add, because he just used Lithuania some 3 days ago. How the Lithuanians fought for their freedom and lasted for 40-something years. So when Simon is pointing at, he is telling you that we are going, we are no more looking back. That why we are here till today is because we stopped struggling. We gave up. If we did not give up till today, that we would have broken the shackles. And today we will be flourishing as producers, as industrialists as we are, as people of unique high mental strength as we are, that we should be on top of the world by this time. But because you just choose to, front your own, these men, what they do is, they go to certain Igbo communities, they buy a huge mass number of land, or portions of land, and then they want to develop those areas and leave many other land free for people to buy. So invariably, if those areas are supposed to develop, that means they already become billionaires, because they have secured so much land in that area that they will resell in the future, because there will be network providers in those places. There will be MTN, there will be Airtel, there will be Glo, and the rest of them, Etisalat and whatever. And there will be a lot of foreign investors, so land must be used. So these people are using the public, they are using the mind of people. However, no matter what they do, the Igbo people have chosen a leader. Biafran people have chosen a leader. No matter what he even raised the issue of P2B, him calling Simon Ekpa prior the selection, 2023 selection, and how he told him, Simon, that P2B will eventually win. But now he is telling us now that he said P2B will win, but he will be denied. Which, of course, was what Nnamdi Kanu said in 2019 election, that P2B and Atiku will win, they will be denied. And that will be the last time we are going to try this. Why he is allowing it this time? So that in his watch, as a leader of Biafra movement, that P2B was told not to go, but he insisted. And Ohaneze begged that they accepted it will be the last time we will try, because we know it will never work. and what Nnamdi Kanu said happened. 2015, the division came. Now, I think I don't need to dwell too much on his accusation of Simon saying he would declare and finally declare. Simon said yesterday does not mean any different declare that Simon is saying again today. I will declare Biafra. We will declare Biafra. Declaration. That, and he added even then that he know that when he used this referendum to declare that Nigerian government will still not approve of it. He said then that what will happen is that we are going to fight it out. So has it changed? No. Let us continue, please. It's annoying to dwell on this. Let us continue. All right. We will, I think, merge two issues here. Yes, so Juku said I know the Biafra also. Asare Dokubo Bumo Igbo, Franco Pigo brought or suggested the name. That is a joke. Okay. Why? Because Simon said, and you want to, HRA do Simon, and at the end of the day, you did not ask him anything, you said something. You did not HRA do Simon and Obroza Jokejo, yeah. So now you are putting it to him that Ojuku say Ayano Zina Aya Ayano Zawa Biafra also. And Sarido Kobo born Igbo and not more Igbo and Biafra should not be. And in fact, what Simon now you now told him what he is doing. You told him because whatever you tell him, you are telling Nnamdi Kanu, you are telling all of us that the height of our Biafra, the height of Igbo nation. It is because no Igbo nation, so I am more Biafra than the Afarido Kobo, more Igbo than him. Let me correct you in a lot of things. Ojukwu summoned a council, and this council, just like you tried to bring in and you ended up confusing yourself, Ojukwu he summoned a council where all the makeups of Biafra were seated, and this held in a jar. Everyone need to have a sense of belonging. He told them to suggest, just like you rightly added that point at that point, that they should suggest. It's not as if they brought something and tell Ojukwu this is what you be. Ojukwu gave them because he wants everybody to have a sense of it. Now suggest, Kedafa Biafra. And Ojukwu never told us to abandon Biafran name, or Ojukwu was only saying that we will get this because he was convinced that if he joins political party, he will build an Igbo party. From there, now he begin to advance that cause. This time it will be done so diplomatically. He will advance, build there, maybe a parliamentarian, maybe the party will expand to cover the whole of Igbo land, and then they will, go to the National Assembly and represent, then raise the issue of secession, and it will be diplomatically backed to be legal. And this is why Ojukwu said we should. So if you can prove me wrong, please do so. Do a video to prove me wrong if this wasn't what Ojukwu stood for. That was why he joined the political party. Originally, he was called to join the then party in government. He did not, because I think that was the Nigerian National Democratic Party. So he did not join. Yes, at the initial time he joined. Afterwards, he now wanted to build his own political party that would be Igbo-based political party. And if you remember when they went to meet him to move for his return from exile, it was the condition that the government in place gave him. He must join the party. Now, today you have a Nigeria where they told you that the issue of dividing Nigeria is not tenable. Anybody who is bringing it to table should be rest assured that he becomes a terrorist as soon as he mentions it. He becomes a terrorist. And those who are really terrorizing and maiming, committing inhuman offenses, those ones are protected and shielded. Today, you are telling us that we should eject or reject the name Biafra, then take up Igbo nation. But you forgot that you are still telling us with the other part of your mouth that we should pursue a development of Igbo people. Now you are not saying it is Igbo nation. Igbo nation means it's pursuance of a sovereign nation. If we should be moving for Igbo nationhood, that is sovereignty we are talking about. We want to be sovereign, we want to be separate. We want to be identified as a separate body from these other ones. So you can see that what you are saying doesn't add up. Why do you want everybody to look at you as the one who can change your opinion against Simon Ekpa? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because you know it's a wasting of time. You know. The people following Simon Ekpa are so innumerable. They're so innumerable. They are following him because they were following Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, because they were following Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. His lawyers have always said that at different platforms. That's Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers. Now, as according to Yodurayana Simon, we heard him. He said that December is going to mark the declaration, and that is a new phase. That I know her, because you asked another question. That I know her bomber to bomber. Now you asked, so Nkano na no Kembo, and I may engage Kembo. That one is not it. So now Nkaye Bidokita. Yes, Nkaye Bidokita. Most nations of the world are democratic nations. That's why they are accepted in the United Nations. Most member states of the UN, they are democratic. So because of that, there is what we call non-alignment. You don't interfere in other people's internal affairs. You don't interfere. So that's non-alignment policy. As you don't interfere, nobody wants to breach the country's core interest. The Nigerian interest does not allow any other person to come in. But where there is now a democratic process that is intended to check the status or change the status of the people who feel oppressed, which of course is the number one reason for the formation of United Nations, of course. It is in the first chapter 1. So you can see what we are talking about, where we are going. Simon already told you. Nnamdi Kanu also told you. This guy will take you to the other dimension of the struggle you have not attained. He is the one to take you. So share his programs accordingly. And you want them not to be discouraged, not to be deceived, not to allow any Satan to enter him. And when he mentioned Satan, it was the group of that was surrounding him, Nnamdi Kanu. So if Nnamdi Kanu steps out for any reason, those people will want to enter him and deceive him, and he will lose track, he lose focus. So from onset, he was prepared. He was very much prepared. Now, he told you that nobody is going to do it for you. So this time, the only thing that will make it different is that there will also be more number of personnel. Yes, but what you must know very well is that the morale will be high. The morale will be high. From what is very obvious around, Simon is telling you that unlike how we have been doing it to before, this time those foreign nations who wants to help us will come with their two chests that they are not violating any international laws, because these people have carried out democratic process. It has happened. We have watched it. Let us check the other issues that he raised. And this in our corona. And this in our corona. Bondi Igbo Badawa. I develop one Igbo corona. That's why for him case of I must respect that. That's the same way I respect Paul Chibo. But sometimes I have to fight him. Yes, I have to fight him sometimes, because he is very confused. So many times he has come to terms with Mazen Namdekano. Tomorrow he wakes up and tells you, no, 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 no. And again the next he, oh, Namdekano. And tomorrow say, oh, Simon Nemetia. Or tomorrow, but on Nemetia. So, and all of that, confusion. So now what we are saying is, in Asari Dokubo, Okaburo a Biafran than us, Okaburo and Igbo than us, and all of that. And I want to ask you, are you a Christian because parents give Christians, Hane Joka, Amo Hanimoka? So Amo Bagnimoka, how the parents get on Hamukagnimoka. So does that make you a Christian in reality? Of course, no. Christianity has to do with your personal encounter. So you are by birth, yes, but you are not in practice if you are not. So bringing in being more Sadoko being more Biafran than it's inconsequential, of course, because Asari cannot be a Biafran by just saying that he's a Biafran. Then who will get the Biafran? It is human being that got America today. America was under Britain. A lot of people did not agree with them to move out, and a lot of them perished there. Their cowardice, just like Otutuni Munu today are expressing. Being a coward most times is a dangerous thing. If you can see what is happening between Nyesom Wike and a lot of the other 5 governors that was doing Ashebi for him, you can know that for free, everybody know that Nyesom Wike is a lion. And when appointment was coming, even APC members, APC governors were angry. When it was time for appointment, the Badabi Emela had to go for Wike first. Give me your list. Wike was the one that was fighting Badabi Emela openly. So you can see that cowardice doesn't help a people. Ojukwu was a warlord till he's giving up the ghost. Ojukwu, he has written his name in the sand of time because he advanced his people's cause. Today, Simon, you said you called him, you respect him, that's why you called him, you gave me a private call, because you know that no matter how you lie to yourself, he is a leader of his people. That is why Simon will tell you today, let there be lockdown today, Monday. You will say no. All the governors in the Igbo land will say no. But the people will obey him. Not because he's Simon, you just said it, he is in Finland. Today you are telling Simon to come back here. But he is not back here, he is influencing what happens there. If Simon is so inconsequential that his absence or his absence, but leadership which is present doesn't matter, then why are you making videos today? Nnamdi Kanu was doing perfectly well until you people tricked him, you lured him into coming. Although thank God Simon Ekpa will never listen to you people. He will get it. He will get it. And it must not be called Igbo Nation. It will never be called Igbo Nation. It is Biafra. Biafra it will be. It will be Biafra. and Biafra it will be. You don't have to say about it. Wallahi, you don't have what to say about it. And again, you are talking about the 5 Igbo states going. Now, the 5 Igbo states going, if they go and leave us in the coastal region, now, what happened to that sacrifice that have been made by our fathers, Philip Effiong and the rest of them? 5 Igbo states going, good. So who will be in the leadership? Because here in this your video, you said it must not be Simon Ekpa. So, and you now started again that Nnamdi Kanu. Why will Simon get Biafra while Nnamdi Kanu is still there? Did Nnamdi Kanu beg you or tell you that Simon must not get Biafra until he comes out? So you are asking, why must it be Simon? It must not be Simon. Even if Biafra will be getting, it must not be him. Good, no problem. So who will lead? Will you lead? That Igbo nation, is it coming without opposition from the Nigerian state? Is it coming without opposition from the Nigerian state? I am asking. So you can see that when you go looking at people because of their age, you listen to them, like one of my colleagues would say, everybody grows old. Even fools grow old. So when a fool grows old, he becomes an old man. And becoming an old man, he is expected to give you words of wisdom, to counsel you. So because he is a fool, how do you now want to take the advice of a fool? Because the end result will always be foolish advice. So now you can see that we don't say something, but we mean no insult. You did not mean any insult, neither do I. But we have both communicated. I see, when you are coming to confront us, you should be very much more prepared. Because we will unravel everything that you tied. We will unravel it. Anything you are concealing, we will. Surely. Okay, yes. Then here will go side in nature now. So that's ajụjụ na-ajụ Simon wụ nọọsị now nọọsị after the declaration ka anyị ebidozi bido the real woto na nke ọ na-egbubu before na ndị a na-egbubu ajọ ụlọ up then ndị ekelebe na ndị uwe ojii na ndị niile na-egburu ndị obodo ụmụ mmadụ a na-egbu na nke a abụbeghị ya n'ọrụ nke anyị anọ for long time bụ ya then mgbe ha na-anwụ ke ndị ga na-anwụ. Okay, good. Ihe o ji si gị bụ na long time battle, it's not necessary, it's not really going to be long. He is telling you that you should prepare your mind so that you don't expect another day declare government house, I did it that day. This one. No. He is telling you, I answered it before, but I will still shed more light on it. Now this time, because name a go referendum and well a democratic process that will give them the right to support the feeling honey support. Now obodo Nigeria has support to go ndị ụfọdụ ka na-egbu ha dịka ndị Israel na-ewe iwe na Nigeria na-ekwe enye ndị otu ndị ogbu mmadụ ha na-anụ ọgụ ndị Hamas na ndị ụmụnne ha na-ebunye ha ngwa agha na-enye ha ihe eji arụ ngwa agha ma nke si na n'ugwu Hausa na nke si na Nigeria na-ebutecha a na-ebunye ha, which is it has been made open, and Simon Jameko video which Israeli media house captured it and noted and said noted They are putting it into consideration. Na ndị mba Russia anọ Nigeria bịa ga vote against them. Ebe ọkwa na Russia bụ ndị nyere Nigeria aka wee gbagbuo ndị Biafra during oge a na-anụ agha, bụ ma ngwa agha ha ka eji wee gbagbuchaa ndị Biafra. So Russia, Simon and na-emekwa different program and na-eme sure na the Russian media na capture ya, and na-echetakwara ha Russia n'onwe ya making statements so severally expressing disappointment na ihe ndị Nigeria mere ha. So now those other countries too that on their own now sympathize with us, ma ebe nke Simon nọ n'onwe ya ma ebe ndị ọzọ dị iche iche dịka anyị na-emove kwa. This time now declare go ha na Biafra, declare that referendum result. So it becomes a working instrument which will give them the courage without fear of sanctions is support the high level. So from this point, udi woto na anuba udi woto ga na anuzi. Kemgbe emewere woto nke a efuga ebe a gara na egbakọ ndị ebe ndị amị na-anọdebe aha mba. Na nke a bụ na woto ya anụ no as na finish ebe ndị amị nke a na finish ebe ha nọ dịka ebe oso niile nke ndị agha ha. So na ya bụ ihe ndị ha dị iche. Na ọ bụkwa maka ha ya nọ nwaya ha agbakọta ha woto agbapụ ha bawo. Simon, he gave a program over 3 days ago or sigi that na ya apekata ya na Nigerian government about then and may accept. He give away the same way Ethiopia she may accept Eritrea. After Nanurogo for more than 50 years. So Simon na organ have na not the possible. No not possible no man last to them. Oh, could he get any better within 1 year time? Man all make a declaration that he must declare. Then, owegwakwa Kikembo, onye ka na-arụ skyscraper na Igbo ma ebe ni also gị na ọ ihe abụ no normal ịnụ agha nke ama ịnụ agha no. Na it will remain a gorilla. Agba gị ha ma ebe o si, ọ ya bụ nke a ga na-agagharị na-eme ya. So na ka ị na-aghọta before ibido concord to a story. Ebe a kwa ka ibutere okwu ndị Israel weta ego ajụgo nga ajụjụ side ahụ atụ nke finish go mde ndị agha etinye isi ha n'ego na ndị wetara ego eji mee referendum. So ịnụgo ya, people are still supporting till tomorrow. Either out or me bịa follow Simon on Sunday, people are supporting. Ego na-eflow. Are you complaining? Did you contribute? Those who contributed and are still contributing, are they complaining? Are you more conscious than them? Are you more informed than them? They are contributing. They are still contributing. So why is it preparing your body? Somebody will have his hand jam locked by the vehicle car in Ochangamem market. You are in Oshodi shouting your hand, your hand, your hand. How is that your business? Simon, that's what you are indirectly trying to say. But mind you, thank God you also confessed it. That Simon because even if you governor, you will not dare challenge them. And you could take no Jegwe, so he's forcing his will. Manebe be very much important now to continue. No, the very, very important baby Kuroku, the percentage of those who support the Biafran cause and those who does not. Then you say that they not support to this Biafran secession are not up to 20%. That is wonderful. That's up one day in your own no kana ndin kekwe na nkegi ndin kekwe no wazrike ndin kekwe na DOS. Please, brother, you said you are an elder. Is your own elder an elder of lies? Because somebody can be elder in different things. And when an elder ndoshi, and when an elder ndoshi when elder, and when an elder and the cultism, and when an elder and the obumado, and when an elder and the asi. So there are different elders. Elder now warfare. So there are different elders. Elder kegi or elder nasiasi. How do you want to tell anybody that is conscious that ndị na-eme ihe Biafra ndị kwenyere na Biafra movement a na-eso Simon erudi 20%. Why then is it that even after everything the DOS na-eme, the governors, eastern governors, during the Devil May time confessed, Devil May singing on Simon Ekpa Bonye Bunushi, Soludo, the videos are there in YouTube. Search for them. Soludo singing on Simon Wunushi, and they are working with the DOS. All of them are always, even the DOS are even owning up. The Chief Cardozo came up to say that they are so, I think it's this year, it's not up to 6 months, that they are so very embarrassed or so disheartened that the governors had to stab them in the back. They betrayed them. Please, YouTube disclaimer, we are not talking about anything violence here, please. Please, please, we are not disinforming, we are not instigating violence, we are not doing anything that is unhealthy for existence of man, and anything that is against this community standard. Please, thank you. So now, you said all these things, but you forgot that you are talking to people who are enlightened. What is your yardstick? What is your indices for taking this kind of clueless, or making this kind of clueless statement? The population now support to freedom through Simon are not even up to 20%. Please, I want to ask you, if Wazirike speak today, how many times can you make a program? What was tune up your radio station now. All the radio stations today must mention Nandekano, mention Simon Ekpa. All throughout all the Arise TV, Channels TV, all the AIT, there is no how they will do their broadcast. A day will come, and that day will end. They will not mention Nandekano, mention Simon Ekpa. And you are still talking about, there is no how you will discuss in a whole 1 week. You don't count the innumerable number of times you mention Simon Ekpa. How many years do you mention Wazirike with your mouth? Nnadi, who is Nnadi? Is Nnadi, can Nnadi stand in councillorship in his village, you know? We are talking about reality, and you are just bringing on what is not. If they do referendum today, why is Nigerian government are afraid of doing referendum? Why? Then you don't have any basic for saying this. That is why it is called a fallacy. It is a fallacy, and it is in the class of fallacy we call the fallacy ad ignorantia. It is fallacy ad ignorantia. The guy you are, the very good guy you are talking about, if he is a bad guy with his arsenal according to what you have confirmed, he will come and finish you. But he is not a bad guy. He's a good guy. He's a very good guy. You have confirmed that he has so much capacity that's why you called him as a leader. For those who want to blame you for not having called him before coming to public to talk about it. So now you can see you are even confirming it. He is a very good guy. A very, very good one, for that matter. So you should walk in the light of that reality. You should walk in the light of this reality. And stop deceiving yourself. You are above 40 now. You are above 40 now. That you, Oga, Abba, sometimes not the heavy you now from out to talk. Sometimes no, you should feel guilty while saying certain things. Because it stinks to hear certain things that a lot of you who are claiming to be elders do say. That they now try here 20%. Then you are even making reference to so Sunday boy we in a self. Abba. Mazin Namdekanu recruited ESN. And there is something, I will even give you figures. I will give you figures. Since 2016, let's take from 2014. Mazin 2020 can now recruit through ESN. Then in ESN, each camp had over 4,000 personnel. And always total with Igwe. Youths now like Egwe. This population can only increase. It can never. Maybe I should use the statistics from what do you call it? I should use statistics from the Taliban. We go see example, because I think you are not informed, or you deliberately want to lie to yourself. Otherwise, I don't know why you say a thing like what you just said. The Taliban's, he check away from number of the composition of Taliban's from 2014. Yes, go to the Taliban say make they need their percentages. I'm not even trying to tell you about referendum, because in countries from 1990 that got their independence, over 16 of them. Over 16 of them. The Taliban's in Ekpa, in the year 2001, they were just 11,000 personnel. 3 camps of ESN beat that number. 3 camps of ESN. When ESN was existing, now they can created it. And why ESN was created, there was more recruitments came forth, because a lot of people declared interest. Before, people saw Nnamdi Kanu as just, making noise. A lot of people now have to believe in him, because he's now taking the proactive step by confronting the situation head on. You can't be just talking without giving life to what you're saying. So immediately Nnamdi Kanu came with this part of him. A lot of people now had to join. 2001, it was just 11,000. 2008, it became 36,000. That is how fast it can triple. And remember, by 2017, it was already 60,000 members, the Taliban's. You need to check, so that you know that some of us you are seeing here, it's not, you don't look at us because we are fighting for freedom. You think you can come and of course, what is the population of Afghanistan where we have these Taliban? What is the population? Afghanistan is a population, a people of 41 million plus. Checking 2022 national census, 41 million plus people. That is why you don't have anything to say when it comes to this population composition, because we are here. We are here, Gidigban. We dey here, Kangwe. I could see here. If you now check from the Biafran distance, I told you, Biafran agitation is, you already know, it is so backdated, and you are coming to concoct it that Ojukwu, yes, Ojukwu said something then, so craftily, so diplomatically, and he did not in any way say he never did. He even, I think there was a place where Ojukwu came to say he was proud of his actions. No regrets whatsoever. And today, you are looking at it, and you are staring your brother in the face, and you want to sabotage him because he has the interest of the people at heart. Just look at the camp. Each of the camp of ESN then was 4 million plus, 4,000 plus. 4,000 plus. You can see. You are seeing at least the pictures. You'll be guided through the pictures. From the end. You are seeing that Madokali. So you can see that what you said is not in line. If we are to consider the population, or those who are in favor of the movement to for the declaration. You say we are not united. That is exact what all Igbo politicians say, because you are no different from the Igbo politicians. The all Nigerian politicians are saying it. We are not united. We are not united. But of course, all the people who are following the struggle, there is no how you can compare. In fact, since you don't have any ground, you don't even have any ground to contend whether or not we are equal to the. Why not encourage with your strength the government to come and carry out their own referendum, so that you know the people who want and people who doesn't. You said Simon did not approve of the election, and many boys went to Kahazuru, Ababushia. You lied, and that is a very big fat lie. No Biafran fighter went to disrupt the election. No one person. Simon did not allow anybody. He only used ginger, because Finland, where he is, warned against that. It is not a democratic thing to do. So Finland warned against it. So he couldn't do anything that was against Ofia Cheberia. So that is where you even lied, fat lie. It is now after this referendum that Finland and any other country now sympathize with us. Now going forward, so now you lied fat. Remember that, see how you know. Soludo have come to cry that after everything he is doing, Simon Ekpa, I cannot call for sit at home. And people, in fact, Soludo now began to threaten that if you fail to come to work, you will not be paid for the month, or you lose your job. The Afonso governor in Abia State, he wasn't vocal about that. Imo State governor said the same thing. But the one that exposed the whole thing, that we knew the population, that any day anybody takes census of who are in support of Simon, that everybody will understand that everybody that was supporting Nnamdi Kanu, except for the few who are still under the spell of the criminal elements called EOS. So that those few, just those few, except those few, every other person is supporting Simon. And that is why you see the illegitimate governor in Enugu State, Mba, said that he is going to lock all the shops of all the people who refused to come to shop. And that was where the mass tested him. He came to seal off the thousands of shops in main market, Enugu. At the end of the day, he saw the effect on the economy of Enugu. He quickly had to do the right thing. Because they said it is their will to, not be we they pay shop rent. We decide to sit at home for our leader. So Nnamdi Kanu is not saying what you are saying. Nnamdi Kanu is saying freedom of Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu is not saying freedom of Igbos. Simon is saying freedom of Biafrans. Simon is not saying freedom of Igbos. You are the one now telling us that what Simon is saying is freedom of Igbos. Simon doesn't know what he is saying, but you are the one telling him that what he is saying is freedom of Igbos. You impose it. Please listen to him. Listen to this program over, and where you hear this man. He said it's freedom of Igbos. Simon is saying freedom of Igbos. And that is the right thing to say. So you can see that this man is... Now we are telling you how you can come about, or you arrive at the percentage of the Biafran people or Igbo Biafrans who are in support of what Simon is doing. Check that in Enugu, check that in Imo State, check that in Abia State, check that. It is there. The Peter Mba was angry that everything he's trying to use grammar to deceive Enugu people. Hey, we have enough security in the streets. And the people still choose to stay away. Why? Simon said, because they know Simon is standing for Nnamdi Kanu. He is not taking the wife of Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra cannot be likened to the wife of Nnamdi Kanu. So you get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. But this one, you will not just forget about it. So we are going to take you bomber to bomber, head on. No chances. No chances at all. We are taking you already, head on. Ndị no problem. Egbe jibere na ebido from Simon Obia. So how do you want to now do the test of population, the test of popularity? How do you want to do it now? You know that even you go here now, a lot of people will begin to verbally attack you. Okay, that means, and when you Simon Yekunak, a lot of people verbally attack where? Is that not a test of popularity already? If we leave the one that happens at the state level, where Soludo will cry, in fact, people are no more coming to work, in fact, I will sack them, where both of them will begin to threaten fire and brimstone, where this one here will be. So now, are you not seeing that somebody is deceiving himself somewhere? Okay, you need to come out now. You need to come out from there. You need to be told the truth. You need the truth, at least more than ever before. You need the truth. Because we are in, all along we are talking about how they are rounding out of the, go and, thank God I remember. Listen to this Methodist prelate Methodist Church. Listen to him. This is prelate Methodist Church, the whole world. What happened in Abia State? Look at what he's saying. Maybe if you were the one that was caught by this, you know why some of you are doing this? You have not been a victim of the terrorists. Had it been you are a victim of this, so that man was saved by God, and that was the beginning of him accepting what we are doing. Before now, he will be ranting on the, just like you are doing now, because you feel you are so protected. You feel you are so protected. It has not happened to you. Maybe you never reach your family. Because of that, you are ranting. Let me tell you, our people, Biafran people, one thing you must go home with is, this thing has to be like this. Ekelebe kokoma. Ebe abanyego people aka, ebe abanyego youth aka, ebe abanyego men aka, and every week more ebe gana abanye aka. And what if I hear news about it? And if ejo ni na-ekwechiri na-esi ọnwụ ịma asụ Igbo, ka Chinefo ka ihe ga na-agbasa. Time will come efu na mana ebe ọbụla ị nọ sef, ma unu nwa feeling unu n'obodo Igbo na ya fight nkwe ha against it. Ihe afụkwa na onwe ebe oyi eru, mmiri eju nwa awụ ọnụ. You have strong men now who are holding the enemy. If you contribute in delaying this, those strong men, him a strong thing, strong men, they may not be there in the next 10 years. If they are there, they can't be fighting for you. So you should understand that whatever you think you are doing because you want to make money, you have bought land where you want people to do a corona with you. You already have a lot of acres, hectares of land. So because of that, you want to, you know, you make mistake. Sometimes, most times it doesn't work like that too. Hey, it's good. So, for you to now understand our brother here, if he is, he said we need, or in fact, we don't have unity. I treated that earlier, that Igbos need to build that unity. Like I pointed out, what he stands for is Akuruno. Akuruno is an arrangement where Igbos will live or should live where they are because of the maltreatment from other sections of Nigeria and relocate to Southeast and develop Southeast. So it will be Southeast in Nigeria. Good. Now today, he is still standing on that one, because now he wants to prove Simon wrong. Now he is telling you that we should, build Alibu, build the economy, bring African economy and restrict or bring it home, African economy, throw it from the taproot and bring to Biafran land. So that there will be enough resources, then you can now declare Biafra. Okay. If I begin to go into what Shetima have said, what the Oba of Yorubas have said, and how Shetima also crowned it again, how after they will push us to Lagoon, those who will remain, they will run to Alibo, then they will come to them, the Alibo there, and finish them up. It is still in the audio record, so go get it, you listen to it so that you know whether you should be flogging yourself. But beyond that, let me bring your craft that I pictured, I captured it. He is telling you now that even if Biafra is to be declared, we are not united. Exact word of the Nigerian politicians, especially those of the Igbo politicians, which is the instrument they use to weaponize poverty. Who will now declare it? That is the next question. Why will it be you? He said it must not be you, Simon. So it must be Nnamdi Kanu. He was the one fighting against Nnamdi Kanu before today. But now it must be Nnamdi Kanu. As a lover of Nnamdi Kanu, you are. Good. Now, we are declaring. Why do you think it cannot be Simon? What motivates you if you are not acting or holding the staff of the enemy? If you're not holding the staff for the enemy, what is responsible for your action? Trying to discredit Simon, disproving the fact that he can be the one to declare. Is there any qualification for somebody in human society not to be part of representatives of that country? Divide and rule from our own house. The divide and rule agents. The white man did, Fulani continued it. Now, these ones are willing to, ready to work for the Fulani to any level. Look at them. It is funny. It is funny. Divide and rule in our own house. Okay, the divide and rule cannot work, Oga. It cannot work. Now you are telling us that Simon said he will declare Biafra. Did we not hear him? We heard him. He said it before. He said it yesterday. He is still saying it today. He will declare 2nd December. We heard him. Did Simon tell you that he will come back? You are now calling him to come back and declare. Ndiamusu. Because you want him to be captured by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, by Nigeria like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Ojukwu worked from within as a Nigerian member of the government and as a Nigerian military leader. Ojukwu was accessed to these resources of the state. So it wasn't a new thing to him for him working. And you're now talking about Simon Ekpa declaring from Finland. Simon Ekpa did a program. He related to the Eastern European country by the Baltic Sea. That's the Lithuanians. How we shared similar case and how many people that were signatories to it. Governments exist in exile, and governments that pursue for freedom existing in exile give them the legitimacy gives them the face of human that no one can ever link them to terror, and of course, it helps them protect themselves. Now, you are trying to tell us that Simon must come here to declare. Since Simon started talking about freedom, did Simon not make it very clear that Ojukwu fought in his way? Nnamdi Kanu came from his approach. That as Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, he will combine all these approaches because he is not Ojukwu, he is not Nnamdi Kanu. He is only the lover of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the follower. So, are you not feeling anyhow at this point? Are you not feeling ashamed, or are you not feeling defeated? At this point, you should be feeling ashamed. It's because I am picking you head on, no breathing space. From your own words, I am dislodging you. Simon never one day tell you that he's going to declare Biafra from inside Nigeria. He said, I have turned my passport. This journey is a journey of not giving up. As for me, going to my fatherland, I must go. But I must go as a Biafran. Determination. Today he is telling you that he is ready to fight it on till whenever. But the victory that Nnamdi Kanu assured us must be assured. Did Nnamdi Kanu ever tell you to help him fight? Did you support Nnamdi Kanu when Simon was not here? Did Nnamdi Kanu tell you that Simon should not get Biafra if not him, and it must be him? Did Nnamdi Kanu not make it clear that if there is anyone who can help us do it, that he will follow the person? Nnamdi Kanu told you that he's not even interested in the presidency of Biafra if Biafra comes. Nnamdi Kanu told you that what matters to him is just the freedom of his people. So where are you getting all this confusion you are bringing? Who imposed, who nagged to the spirit of confusion? You are getting me, I am very sure. No. You are taking a wrong lane, a wrong path. You met wrong people. We are not giving up. Propaganda doesn't stop us. It cannot stop us. It never did and it will never do. It can't stop us. For whatever. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one that elected, appointed, crowned Simon Ekpa as a heir apparent to the throne. You know, there are a lot of arguments there that we might not finish up today if we dig into them. Okay, Jovita, if we're going to buy the Butarogi now, because you refuse to act like the Okenye. Thank God, yes, really you did not. Neither did I. Neither did I. I did not. So now you can see that at the end of the day, everything you said here, no one is in conformity with the truth and what is real. Nnamdi Kanu said he is blessing Simon Ekpa. He is doing marvelously well. We should follow him. Unless you are also saying that Nnamdi Kanu doesn't pull crowd. Because all the places you lied, even where you mention statistics, figures of, you see it's none of them tallied. It doesn't tally. Nnamdi Kanu was very specific. Follow Simon Ekpa, share his videos. He is taking us to another dimension of the struggle. Simon is doing that. Now, having 4,000 in all the camps, today he has increased that number, increased the number of camps, and make sure that, in fact, okay, I want to swallow this part because it's not necessary. Yes, Simon should make sure that the enemy doesn't penetrate his food. But as for finishing the work, he will finish it. Nnamdi Kanu never for once told or tell Simon Ekpa not to get Biafra, or that what he's fighting or he should fight for is for Nnamdi Kanu. Because this is what you said here, that he is no more fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. What he's fighting for now is himself, and you liken him to Woken Awani, and how he's the best friend of a man takes over his wife until he comes out, he will return. So now this your instance don't tally. So thank you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. You are welcome. This is still Akpanakpana Sukwo. Please do good to share this broadcast and do good to watch to the very end. Follow us, and we will be there for you. We have other programs. So this Biafra Radical Freedom TV, I think our old YouTube have released our 12 TV. So we don't know, because the only surrender at this platform now, Nacho Ibido, with a new channel which we have advertised like 3 times here, and no much people are following. We can follow here. So this one now, I return I can combine. So thank you. He showed love. So thank you. Please make sure you subscribe and you share, you drop your comment, and get notifications by clicking on the notification button. So whenever we do anything, we bring anything forward, you will get notification. Thank you. Bye.